YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy, the Immortal Gun. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I got another one for you, another how-to video. I had a couple of people come through my stream wanting to know, how do you get a vertical TikTok on OBS? Well, I found another way to do so without having to run dual OBSs. And it's fairly simple. Just a couple of clicks of a button, then you're off and on your way to set up a brand new way to do it with one OBS. So without further delay, let me take you into it. All right, so here we are. This is all you need, is this website right here. This will allow you to have that vertical format for TikTok on the same screen as your OBS. Your original OBS will not change much at all. It'll still have everything that you use to stream on YouTube, Twitch, or whatever you use. And it's fairly simple to set up. It's just a couple of clicks of a button, set up internally inside of OBS, and you're good to go. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. So first, what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to come to atom.tv. It's gonna bring you to this website right here. You're gonna see the 30-day trial, try Atom now. You don't need any of that. You're just gonna scroll all the way down here to where it says new Atom vertical plugin for OBS 29 plus. So unfortunately, if you haven't updated your OBS, it's not gonna work. So you're gonna need to update your OBS to 29.0.2. That's what the newest version is, because that's the one I'm using right now. So you're gonna come here, you're gonna click this free download button. After you click the free download button, it's going to bring you to this page right here. It is the platforms that it's available for is Windows, Mac, and I want to say this is Linux. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't use either one of those two. I just use Windows. So you click which one ever you use, and you follow these 3 steps. Step 1, open the vertical Canvas window, installer.exe file. 2, you're going to go through the installation steps. Pretty much you're going to do everything you normally do when you install something on your computer. Now, I'm not going to do it because I've already have it done. So what we're going to do is I'm going to jump over to my OBS and I'm going to show you what happens after you run the program inside of your OBS. Okay, so here we are inside of my OBS setup, how I normally have it running for when I'm streaming on both TikTok and on Twitch. And you can also do this without streaming on one or the other. Just because you have it set up does not mean that you have to use both of them at the same time. You can split your camera between the two. Audio gets split evenly between the two without no extra setup, no extra microphone, no secondary camera. You can use the same scenes that you use on your TikTok normally on this, or your same graphics that you use on your Twitch stream or your YouTube stream, also in the vertical format for the TikTok. It's super easy. So once you get to this, get back to your OBS. You've already installed the program. It may prompt you to run OBS to finalize and then shut it down again. I'm not 100% sure. I can't really remember. But once you do, you open up your OBS. So here's how you go. This is how mine's set up. Let's just say, for argument's sake, this is how yours is set up too. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your docs up here. And now in your docs, you should see something that says vertical. Once it says vertical, you're going to want to click that. I just clicked it off just for argument's sake. So I'm going to click it on. This is the first time I'm using it. Boom. Now you have your doc that should pop up right here, or it may pop up right here. It'll pop up here regardless. So you can move this doc. You can put it wherever you want. I like to leave mine right next to my main display because it makes it easier if I need to look at how my Twitch looks, or in your case, your YouTube, if that's what you're on, as well as my TikTok. So once you do that, you set it all up, and you're going to see you have 3 buttons here. You have a go live button, you have a record button, and you also have Atom's version of a replay buffer. It's called Backtrack. I'll show you how to set all that up in 1 minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this little cog wheel right here, which is your settings, just like it is for your OBS settings. Now, you don't really have to do anything inside of your normal OBS settings for this, except for maybe set a hotkey for the playback or the backtrack or the replay buffer or whatever you want to call it, your clip. So you go to your settings for the vertical setting, and it's going to give you this menu right here. Now, this menu right here is basically your general, your streaming, and your recording. Your general, it goes through the same thing that your OBS goes through, but this time it shows you the resolution is 1080 by 1920. That gives you that nice vertical cell phone format that TikTok uses. Here you'll set up your video bitrate, which is user specific. Mine is set to 6,000. Your audio bitrate, which is 320 for me. Now, here's an important part, because if you're going to be doing this to set up, oh, I'm streaming, I want to clip something, and you're doing it yourself, you don't have a mod to do it, or someone in chat in general to do it for you, you always want to make sure your backtrack is always on. And backtrack runs while streaming / recording. So whenever you're streaming or recording, streaming or recording, the backtrack is always on. Now, here you can set it up just like you can in OBS of how long you want it to. I have mine set to 210 seconds, which is about 3.5 minutes. And I have it set to where I want to set it to record to, which is my videos. And I have my hotkey, which is to save the backtrack for this is F9, which I also have set to a foot pedal. So that way, while I'm playing, if something happens, I can just click my foot pedal. Don't have to take my hands off my mouse and key or my controller gang. That's me. But so that's all you need to do in this page. Then you go to your streaming. Now, if you have a stream key, this is what's important. You have to have a TikTok stream key in order to stream on your PC in general. I can't tell you how to get one. I was just given mine. I don't know what exactly the requirements are for them, but you'll get one eventually. As long as you can go live, you'll eventually get one. Or you could go through, I want to say an agency, and they'll find a way to affiliate onboard you. That's a whole lot of stuff out of my wheelhouse. I don't know how to do any of that, but what you'll do is you'll set up your server key. Now, if you have a stream key, okay, this is key. You have a stream key, you should already know how to go live on your computer, if that's what you're doing. If not, you'll go to TikTok.com. On your homepage on your computer, you'll see a go live tab. It explicitly says go live. You click that, you can start your live on your TikTok. It won't actually broadcast TikTok till you set up this. You click your stream key and you will copy and paste it here. It changes every day, every time you go live, so you have to do that or else it won't work. You also need your server key. Now, your server key also changes every day. Both of these two keys change every day. It's kind of stupid, but I guess it kind of makes sense to help with nobody getting your key and going live on your TikTok. So once you put that in, when you're ready to go live, you just click apply, which will apply right up here, right here actually. And then this page will disappear, but you have to do it for both of them, the server key and the stream key. You can start streaming and stop streaming. You can set a start streaming and stop streaming hotkey right here. I don't use that. I just press the button because I like to make sure I'm clicking it, but to each his own. Now you're recording. The only thing you have to do here is when you're done when you have your recording set up, you will have to press the start key or stop hotkey, whichever one you want to do. If you so choose to set it up, you just have to make sure you set it to where you want the videos to go. Now you can use the same recording path as you do for if you record your entire live stream via YouTube and or Twitch. You can set it to the same path, doesn't matter. As well as you can also go back to the hotkey to set for your playback. So if you want to clip something, you want to clip it via the stream or how it looks on TikTok, then you can set it to the same hotkey. I have both my hotkey for my Twitch stream as well as my TikTok set to F9, which is my foot pedal. So whenever I click my foot pedal, it'll clip both of them the same length of time. So I can either chop up how my stream looked, or I have it already pre-made to look for via my TikTok. Okay. So after you're done setting all this up, you are pretty much good to go. Now I'm going to show you a few things and how this vertical format is helpful. If you are already used to streaming and clipping stuff off of your OBS, which this is your gameplay, and then you have to go to a secondary website to chop it up and put a camera here and only cut this much of your video out, this plugin eliminates that third-party step in your production for your clips. If you're like me, I like to put a lot of time into my clips to make them as best as possible. I don't like to just throw up something that looks all jumbled up, no face cam, so you can't see my reaction while I hit the clip that I hit, or you can't see the best angle of what the clip is. Like I said, this vertical plugin right above my camera eliminates that. I'm gonna show you how. You can link everything. Once you set it all up, you're gonna get these docs also. So if you go back into your docs, you now have your vertical sort scenes and sources, just like you do normally. Okay, your vertical scenes and sources. So you would click the check mark. You can, again, just like the vertical video, you can put it anywhere on your screen. I like to keep my stuff virtually in the same spot. So I have scenes and sources, vertical scenes and sources. Okay. Once you set all these up, I like to make sure I know everything right here is just for my vertical stuff. Okay. So I click on my starting soon screen, which is down here in my scenes. It's gonna, obviously my stream is going to take over right here, my starting soon screen. But what you could do is, and this is a very cool feature, is when you set up a vertical scene for your vertical TikTok player, you can right click on it, like you start up and you put the sources that you want. I have for my vertical starting soon. Let me see, I'll click that one. Okay, so now this is what TikTok is gonna see when my stream is starting. And since I have this, what I do is you right click it, you go all the way down here, and it says linked scenes. When you hover over this little menu right here is gonna pop up. And I have this TikTok starting screen linked to my OBS or I'll say my Twitch, and in your case might be YouTube, either or. Whatever your starting soon screen is, you can link it. I have my normal one, I have my Halloween starting soon, and I have my Christmas starting soon screen. Okay. Now once I click these boxes, that's all you gotta do is just click those boxes and you're done. Now, every time I click on my starting soon here, I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna take away whatever you're trying to see. And it's going to link them together. Now, you can also set up as many vertical scenes as you like. I have mostly the same amount in a shorter stack as I do for my scenes. So if I want to go to vertical just chatting, which would be the same as my regular just chatting. Now what you're going to see is I have my secondary camera set up to all my TikTok stuff because I have two cameras. One's better, one's older, and one's newer. So now, like you see above my head, you are going to get your vertical view of what TikTok is going to see. Now I'm simply speaking to linking these to certain scenes. So now I have my vertical chatting. If I right click on it and go to linked scenes, this goes for, I have it set up to my regular just chatting, my regular intermission screen, my PS5 intermission when I'm playing and streaming games off of my PS5. I have it to my Halloween chatting, my Halloween intermission, my Christmas just chatting, and my Christmas intermission. So when I go to an intermission, if I'm waiting for a game to load, whatever you choose to use your intermission screen for, this is how it's going to look on TikTok. Okay. Now, like I said, this is speaking just to linked scenes. Okay. That's how you link all your scenes to every regular OBS scene that you already have. It's super easy to do, super quick. I set it up in like not even 3 minutes because it's simple. Just right click, hover, click on the one you want to link it to. Now I'll go into a little bit more of these. So let's see. Okay, now if you want to set up your camera and everything, like I said, you do that in your sources. So for here, now I have if I wanted to set up my gameplay, okay? My vertical gameplay, you're not going to see anything. You're just going to see my, this is my game desktop. This is the background via my capture card. So you're not really going to see it. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up your sources just like you would when you set up OBS normally for your Twitch or your YouTube. You're going to have your capture card if you're using one. Now, I can't say how easy this will be on a single PC setup. I have a dual PC setup, so this is how I specifically do it. So you may have to venture out, or I may make another video on how to do it on a single PC later on, depending on how this goes. But for right now, this is speaking to a dual PC setup. Okay, so I have my capture card right here. I have my camera right here. I have my border, which uses the same overlay, which is this little red box with the names under and my logo right here. I have that. You could set all that up the same way you normally do by clicking your plus symbols and you're adding whatever you're trying to add. You could add a browser source. You could add another display capture. You could add the game capture. You add your window capture, your capture card. You can put text. You can put other scenes even in this vertical scene. And what you're going to do is, just like, whatever. So I'm going to click the donation for my vertical scene, which is, well, you can't really change the layout so much. You're going to change whatever you want. You're going to set whatever you want. So for me, like I said, I have my vertical gameplay linked to my gaming gameplay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to set up your TikTok GIFs and everything. So what we're going to do is, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my top monitor. Okay. Now, what this is doing is it is a website called tickfinity.0dy.1. Okay. You come to this website and you go to setup. Okay. You put your TikTok name in right here. You can set up a point system if you want. You don't have to. Subscriber bonus, level settings, OBS connection. There's a whole lot of stuff you can do. Okay. Now you can control your OBS via Tickfinity, like to change scenes automatically on certain events. I don't have any of that set up. That's if you want to do that, that's totally up to you. I don't use any of that. So what you want to do is once you set up everything that you want to set up, you apply for everything. It's super free. Nothing. It doesn't cost anything unless you want to use the pro, but I don't use the pro. As you see, here's all the stuff you can do. Okay. Now you got your account, your advanced setting. Each one of these has a drop down menu when you click into it. You don't have to worry about all that. But what you want to worry about is your overlay gallery, your goal overlays, and so on and so forth. So here you see each one has its own HTTPS link, right? Its own web link. You're going to copy this URL and post it into your OBS as a browser source, just like you would any outside source that you use from Stream Elements, or anything else you may use on your stream. Okay, so we want to find out how to get your gift information. Here we go. You're gonna go under sound alerts and action and events. So if you want actions, you want events, overlay screen settings, timer, event simulator, this is where you find all that. Okay, so now I want my somebody wants to give me a gift. So what they're gonna do is, okay, you're gonna set this up. Okay, so you want to click create new action. Say you want it to be new gift. Okay, so once you set new gift up, you can edit it, but you're going to set this up first so you don't have to re-edit. You can name it whatever you want. You can choose an animation right here. For me, I have the level gun, I want to say. Well, you can select from these pre-made things. Yeah, that's what I have set up for it. So when you gift me, that shows up. Now you can't add a pre-gift. If you have your own gift symbol, unfortunately you can't add that because you got to use the TikTok ones. So you want to click show animation, which is that. You can pick an audio. Now this one you can put anyone in. You could select it or you could drop your file. I just picked one from one of the millions of TikTok sounds that they have. And you want to click play audio. You also want to click show alert user plus text. So that's going to say Immortal Gun has sent whatever, Money Gun 5 roses, whatever you want to choose. And it'll show it my profile picture as well as the gift. Okay, you don't have to really do anything else with the global overlay settings. You don't have to do any of this stuff unless you want to. I keep the media sound about halfway. Now you have to put it on an overlay screen. I'll get to that in 1 second. Here I have mine set to scene 1. Enable fade in and fade out, and then you always have to click save. If you do not click save, you wasted all your time and it's not going to show up. Okay, now here is where you need to have this set up in order for any of these sorts. Anything you set up in here, you need to have this set up first. Okay, and this is the widget URL that you're going to need to actually put into your OBS. This is the one, because all of this is controlled by these widgets. Now you can have 8 scenes. I only use 1 because I let everything trigger through my 1 scene, which, like I said, you know what a scene is. Your scene is the meat and potatoes of what your source is. So if you're on vertical gameplay, your vertical scene is going to have this URL in it as a web browser. So for scene 1, it's this one. Each of these are pretty much the same, except for the fact that it goes equal 1, equal 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8. And you need to make sure it's online. Okay, so the length of queues you could have, I have mine set to 6. I made sure I turned it on. Okay, so now we had to actually go back to actions and events. And when you go to edit, or when you create your new action, since I already have it created, we're just gonna act like this is the first time I'm creating a new action, a new gift. And I was wrong before. It is actually under the overlay screen. That's what screen it needs to be. Scene, screen, same thing. That's how they define it. Here you click 1 through 8. Like I said, I keep everything on screen 1, and then you click save. Okay, now we are here back in my OBS down here, and I'm going to test to trigger a vertical overlay. So we're going to do new gift. So we're going to play it. Actually, we're going to do new follower. Okay, bear with me, this might be a little loud, but here we go. And here it is, it's playing my little music. I set up a sound to make it different from my OBS follow alert. my normal Twitch follower. It has a different image, has my logo, has a different follow message, so on and so forth. You can set it up however you want, to each his own, like I always say. But now you see that anything that happens in TikTok will now be on this little vertical format, and it's super simple, super clean. You can also put your TikTok chat right here. For some reason, it's always going to appear as a white box, but it pops up with, just like it does in TikTok if you were looking at a live stream on your phone. It's going to pop up with their image right here and a little blacked out box, bubble, whatever you want to call it, of the text that they wrote. You can fiddle around with your TikTok chat, which you can get from here if you so choose to. And I want to say that's what I actually used, was this from Tickfinity. You can fiddle around inside of Tickfinity to get this chat, and it is a doc, but it is a custom browser doc. Okay, it is not one that comes with this Atom plugin, but it is useful. So that way you're not having to look at two different screens. Now, if you read your chat on a totally different screen, that's fine. You can still do the same thing because it's a doc, so you can blow it up if you have a vertical monitor, or you can put it on a single monitor that has your Twitch OBS chat or your YouTube OBS chat, as well as your TikTok chat. You can put those side by side however you lay it out. That's completely up to you. But as far as this Atom goes, like I said, it is very simple. One more time, I'm going to show you what website it is, just to make sure we covered everything. You're going to go to atom.tv. I will link this down below, the direct link to this. So that way, all you're going to have to do is click at the bottom of this video. Everything you want to know will be in the links below, including my headphones. If you've noticed that I have in-ear headphones in right now, they're super cheap, very good for stuff like this. So you're not wearing your big bulky game headphones all the time. But that's neither here nor there. So like I said, the two websites that help make your OBS stream look like this, to where you keep it centralized to one gaming monitor, is via Atom and Tickfinity. Those are the two websites that work the best. There's a lot of workarounds to a lot of different things, but this eliminates having to use two OBS. So now you can free up some of that CPU usage that you were using before running a secondary OBS, because it's very CPU intensive. So now running Atom on this is, with this vertical thing, you're eliminating the CPU power from going from one to another. Now it all stays in the same thing as you saw when I set it up, or we're showing you how to set it up. You didn't have to set up if you wanted it to use your GPU or your CPU like you did when you normally had to set up your OBS originally. This eliminates that. Now, before I wrap this up, I did want to say one thing. Now, I mentioned earlier about how you can eliminate having to use a third-party software for your clips. So, like I said, if this is the gameplay that I'm using right now, okay? If I'm going into gameplay, I just hit the best trick shot ever, or whatever, okay? Now, like I said, you have to use your imagination here and think that this is the gameplay, as well as my camera, like as if I was on stream. This is how it looks like on TikTok. Now, if I'm clipping something, obviously I probably want to put it to TikTok, right? So like I said, if you have this button highlighted, which is your backtrack, okay, same as this is your clip button, okay? If you set up your hotkey, whatever you want to clip. So I just hit the best trick shot. I want to clip it, boom. Okay, I'll even show you what it says. It says backtrack saved right under the bottom. Okay, you can't really see it because I'm showing you the game, but I'm gonna show you again what the OBS shows. So click F9. It says backtrack saved right here. Okay, now what that means is backtrack saved is now you have the clip ready to go. If you want to just put it up on TikTok, All you have to do is you would go to your file folder, wherever you have those files sent to, you click on that, and then you can just publish it. Go to tiktok.com, or you can download it however you download it to your phone, and you're ready to go. You don't have to edit anything. You don't have to put a camera here, a certain focal point here, this, that, or the other. You're ready to go. As it is seen right above my head is how it'll show up on TikTok. It eliminates having to go through a third party like Streamladder or whatever you use to edit your clips. Now, if you want to add an intro to your clip, outro, you want to add some more pizzazz to certain things, a little lower thirds or whatever, you put that in your program. You're basically ready to go. You're good. You don't have to do anything. You're ready to go. So, like I said, yeah, that's about it. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments if you need anything else, any more help on any form of content. I post daily on TikTok of all the clips. I stream daily over here. That's right, the Purple app. Every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. Usually around 9:30 Central Time. But like I said, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope this helped you out a lot. It helped me out a lot. And hopefully I did all the footwork for you. So all you got to do is just get to clicking and setting up and making some dope content. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.